Hey gorgeous souls, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another one of my videos today. So today's video is a little bit of a fun one. It's something I haven't done before, but I was really excited to share with you. I had my human design chart read, so I thought, hey, I knew nothing about this before, hence why I had one done, and I'd love to share that with you and share what human design is from my small knowledge that I do have of it, and bring to you so you can learn a little bit more about me, about what human design is and how it can help you manifest as well, most importantly. But if you're new here to my channel, then welcome. My name is Emma. I'm an award-winning life coach and 2 times best-selling manifestation author. I'm a law of attraction YouTuber here on my channel, and I'm the host of the #1 spirituality podcast on iTunes, Spiritual Queen's Badass Podcast. And here on this channel, I cover all things law of attraction, spirituality, manifestation, and self-help. So not only do I really hope you're going to enjoy this video, but the abundance of videos here over my channel over the last 8 years. So I was definitely someone before who was like human design, like whatever, like astrology, numerology, like love it, know what my numerology is. So just in case you want to know that, I'm a life path at 33 and I am in astrology, a sun sign Virgo, rising sign Aries, and I'm an Aquarius moon sign. So there's a little bit of my astrology and my numerology, but I knew I was a projector 2/4, whatever that means, in human design, but I didn't really know what that meant. I didn't really know what human design was. So basically, Faye, who is also known as the human design girl, got in touch with me on Instagram and she was like, I'm just starting out my business, I'm training up in this, and I need some people to like read their human design, and I would love to read yours for you. So as lovely as like all these such generous offerings are from people who want to like give me a psychic reading or read my chart or whatever it is, a lot of those things I already know or already have people that I go to. So I do say no a lot of the time because I never want to take advantage of people. Like, I'm always happy to pay for people's services. I pay for my peers and friends' services and sessions and readings and crystal balancing things. So like, I always want to invest in things that like feel in alignment and feel really good. But something in me was like, say yes, like just do this. You have no idea what your human design is, so why not do this? Like, Faye seems like a lovely girl, she doesn't seem weird or anything, and you know, I've always given my birth time a birthday out anyway for readings and stuff, so I felt totally comfortable doing that, and it was really, really nice of her to give me this and offer it. So she didn't ask for any exposure, she didn't ask for me to post about this or create this video. I am doing this purely because I absolutely loved it, and I thought it'd be really nice for you to see what goes into a human design reading, what you can expect from Faye in particular, and how funny and accurate this really is, because it is scary, guys. Like, I have seen my astrology and my numerology be really, really accurate, but this was like a whole nother level. So I think I just didn't really know much about human design before. I didn't really take it seriously, I guess, because I didn't really understand it. But Faye has helped me hugely understand this, hugely. And I'm really grateful for that, because now I can share this with you and I understand more about my human design as well. So for full transparency, Faye's reading, so what I have received, cost £99, which I definitely think is worth the money. This document she sent me through is 39 pages, so I am absolutely going to highlight reel here, because otherwise we will be here for hours going through every bit of information she's given me. But I think for £99, understanding this is really, really great. And the depth and the level of care that she's gone to with this, and the design and the layout and all of it is so, so worth it. So I absolutely would pay £99 for this, but just want to share that. So if you do obviously want to reach out to Faye and have yours done, you know what it would cost. You can also get your human design chart free offline. So basically Faye reads it for you and helps you to understand what that means and how that shows up in your life. But you can of course get your human design chart free online, and then you can interpret it yourself if you wanted to do that. So this is what the front page of the document looks like. I loved the graphics throughout Faye's little PDF she sent me. And we'll start off with human design then. So what the F is human design? So human design is a map of the self, or as I like to say, a soul print. This is Faye's words, by the way. It's a self-development tool that allows you to explore your own inner landscape to identify patterns, strengths, weaknesses. More importantly, it's said to offer a path of greater fulfillment as you move towards living a life closer aligned to your deeper nature. Human design was brought to the world in 1987 by a man called, I'm going to probably butcher this, Ra Uruhu, after he had a mystical experience and heard a voice teaching him all about human design. So that was interesting. I didn't know any of that stuff. I literally knew nothing about human design, as I've said. So I was kind of like, what is human design? Where does it come from? Who like created this? What does it do? Like, what is the benefit? So it was really interesting to even just learn that little snippet in a really bite-sized chunk of, oh, okay, this is what it can do, and this is why we have these readings as such. So there's a little in a nutshell section. I'm reading off my laptop if you're wondering why I'm always looking down. Should probably lift it higher. In a nutshell, you are a very unique and special person, and your enthusiasm is contagious. You love learning and teaching, and through just doing it. Even if you don't feel particularly ready, you can become very successful and actually influence many, many people with your enthusiasm and just do it attitude. I think that's true, definitely. I think I've got a just do it attitude. I feel like I feel very like enthusiastic about my work and things I do. So I feel like, yeah, I feel like I am very prepared though. I've always been told I'm very prepared. I will never just put something out there. I have to feel ready to put it out there, like feel confident in it and feel like, you know, I've mastered that lesson for myself first. So I think that's definitely true. So on to my human design energy types. So in human design, there are 5 different energy types which are determined by the position of the planets when you were born, a bit like star signs or astrology. The energy type tells you how you express and use your energy. So I'm a projector, which is usually the most attractive and wise type. Projectors are here to manage, guide, and direct others. I would also say Virgos are here to do that as well. You are not designed for the 9-to-5 life or hustle culture. I think my Virgo self would definitely always be like, ooh, hustle, busyness, work hard. You are much better suited to working for yourself. Well, I have done for 13 years now, so that is definitely true. You have an enormous amount of wisdom to share with the world and have been wise all your life, even in childhood. Definitely agree with that. People always used to say to me, like family members and friends would always be like, you're so wise beyond your years. And I always used to joke that I used to parent my parents as well, which definitely was something that came up in therapy. But yeah, I definitely feel like even from a young age, I had like this soul that just knew stuff. And then I feel like it came out really in adulthood. Projectors must wait to be invited before sharing opinions and advice, lol. Otherwise it won't be received well and you might be called bossy or controlling. I think that's Virgo in a nutshell as well. I'm a Virgo, so I feel like that is a very Virgo trait anyway. But definitely true. You just naturally see how people can do things more efficiently as you have a different way of thinking compared to most people. Definitely agree with this. I feel like all my work is creating simplified processes to help you manifest your dream life easier, to simplify the manifestation process. And I think I do just have that brain of like, oh, you want to get from there to there? Well, how about we do this? This would be like the quickest route for that and the most efficient. So 100% agree with that. Very true. So your profile is 2/4. This is determined via something called I Ching, which is an ancient Chinese manual of divination based on 8 symbolic trigrams and 64 hexagrams. It's complicated, so let's move on. It sounds complicated, Faye. I would not want to do this for a living, I'm not gonna lie. If I have to look at 64 hexagons and read something. I quite like manifestation. Anyway, the 2/4 profile, the natural influencer. People with this profile just want to be left alone to do their own thing. The next paragraph makes more sense. So I'm going to talk about that. So you may even feel like you want to be around other people but still be left alone. It's okay to feel pushed and pulled in both directions. It's just how you be. I agree with that. I am definitely someone who's very independent, but I really want to be around like friends, loved ones, peers, you guys obviously, but then I have to retreat. I like coming home back to my home afterwards, having some alone time. And if I do too many like social things or like see people continuously over a set amount of time, like I have to reset. I have to hermit away and like have some me time, which I'm getting lots of at the moment, being ill, as you can probably hear. So yeah, I definitely think that is true. Like I have that push pull of I want to be a social butterfly, I want to be around my friends and loved ones, but then equally I love being by myself as well and chilling. You are here to be of influence and not to be influenced by others. I definitely think that's true. You love building communities, and this is actually essential for getting your message out there. Well, I have built many communities. I've built my couponing community before, obviously my spiritual queen community, you guys, my YouTube community, my manifestation membership community. I suppose like all my spiritual community is one community as such, but yeah, I definitely think that's true throughout all walks of my life. And it's ironic about the not being influenced by others thing, because Trish, my psychic, always says to me, the problem is, Emma, you want a coach or you want a business coach to be like, right, here's what you do, here's how to take it to the next level. But she's like, the truth is, you know a lot more than you think you do, and you're just not going to find someone who is going to be able to give you like the answers that you need, which I don't think is always true. I think we can always learn from people, and we can always, like, I learned tons from other peers and coaches, and like Marie Forleo, I did her course recently, so I'm always learning stuff from other people. Definitely, I'm not one of those people like I can't be taught. I definitely can, but I think in that particular instance, like, I do have to claim that, I guess, leader role a bit more and be like, actually, I can do this. And having help and support is good, but equally, I do know what I'm doing as well. So makes a lot of sense. People in your communities will help you grow. Absolutely. My clients, my membership queens, my peers, my friends, like everybody helps me to grow, and everyone is so lovely and supportive. So that's what I do love about you. Amazing community that I have here on YouTube and all of my communities everywhere. You will find that people mention your name and let others know about you. So really you don't have to worry about how you're going to get your message out there, because your communities do this for you. Yeah, definitely. I think word of mouth is always powerful, and people are always recommending my books and recommending my YouTube and podcast. So I think that's a very natural thing that happens when people love people's work and stuff. But yeah, I'm here for that. So next is a really important one, your strongest sense. And I didn't learn about this from Faye. I learned this from something else I watched the other day, which ironically I was like, yes, thank God I know about this before I'm filming this video. So your strongest sense is actually like your manifesting superpower. I didn't realize in human design you can actually see like what your, it's all about receiving. So the video I was watching was saying about like this strongest sense is like how you receive. So not just your manifestations, but like how you receive food, how you receive water, how you receive and like eat things. So it's not like in human design this isn't like your manifesting superpower, but it's all about receiving, which as we know is super important with manifestation. So my strongest sense is inner vision, which shocked me, because when I look at like my manifesting superpower, the top inner vision like manifesting traits are like vision boards and visualization. The two things that I kick and scream about and would much prefer to do other things with. So it really shocks me to see that inner vision is my strongest sense. But my intuition has always been so strong, and everyone's always said that to me. I do rely on my intuition a lot. I use that for everything that I do, whether it's decisions, coaching, work I'm creating. I do love meditation, of course, and I'm a very visual meditator, as you'll know from doing my meditation. So I feel like those things ring true, absolutely. But when I saw the list of like top things an inner vision, strongest sense person can do to manifest, I was like, I'm not sure that is my strongest sense. Like, I'm not sure that is how I thrive with manifesting, but it was really interesting to see it from that intuition point of view and meditation point of view. So it's important for you to focus on making your space inspiring to your imagination, which I agree with, definitely. Maybe this is a wall of books, maybe it's artwork, whatever sparks your imagination and gets your creative juices flowing. This next one is really funny because it's your not self theme is bitterness, which makes me laugh, but it is kind of true as well. Hear me out. So when your choices and actions are in alignment with your natural energetic structure, which they are by using your strategy, then you are living true to your real self and life will flow and be easier. You'll know you're living by your design because things just work out. It's always when synchronicity shows up or you find yourself in the right place at the right time and things start to get easier. When you're not in alignment, you will notice you feel bitterness and resentment towards others and wonder why everyone else has it so much easier than you. Learn to wait for the right moments to speak up, lean into your authority, and you'll get back into alignment. So I don't just walk around feeling out of alignment, feeling bitterness and resentment. I feel like there are specific moments where I'm like, that's true. Like I feel like when I'm in moments of comparison, and I have been over the years, like I'll feel like, oh, why can't I just have it as easier as this person's business? Like, oh my God, they've done that one thing and they're earning all that money, and here's me like hustling and grinding and trying all these different things. So I feel like that's where I feel it shows up. I don't think it's like bitterness or resentment, maybe like shadow self. I feel like it's more just like fed upness of like, oh, come on, universe. So I feel like that does ring true, but it made me laugh because I was like, bitterness and resentment, oh my gosh. But I think it's like with everything, we have that shadow side self, we have that ego shadow self, and I think definitely in years gone by, that would have been true. Now I think it's more of just like that, oh, come on universe, like come on, I want it that easy sort of thing. But it's only with a few things. I feel it more with business rather than like life or personal life. But I'm leaning into that. I'm working with that as well. Like I feel like I've done so much on that I see it as an exciting challenge and also motivation. Like Lucy Sheridan's amazing quote of good for you and the same for me when it comes to comparison. Like that is how I feel around it, of like if someone's thriving, I'm like, oh my gosh, that'd be amazing to do that or have something like that. But like, go you, amazing. So I feel like that's shifted definitely over the years. And I definitely don't walk around with bitterness or resentment. I can assure you of that. So that made me laugh, that one, because that little paragraph was very true to some thoughts I had in business. So right, page 15. So something that really leapt out from your human design chart is that when you are enthusiastic about something, it will naturally be successful because your enthusiasm is so contagious and very influential to those around you. 100% agree with that. I feel like and I've noticed this with the course I launched last year, Attract, Alignment, Abundance. It was my first law of attraction course. Everything felt so in alignment. Like the content, I mean, the course is about alignment, ironically, so it should feel in alignment, but it definitely did. And I feel like the content really flowed. I feel like everything was just so easy with the content creation and everything came together lovely, and it was the most people I've ever had on a course when I launched it. So it was hugely successful as well. So I feel like that is a really great example of that for me, of like when I'm really teaching from that place of alignment of the things I really want to teach about, not the things I feel that like I should be doing or that would make the most money, for example. I feel like that's when I really thrive, and it surprises me how massively those things are well received. That is a big lesson I've learned over the last year as well, definitely, of creating things that feel 100% in alignment to me and not because I think I should be doing it. So your purpose, next section. Emma, I can see from your human design that you are a very enthusiastic person who loves learning and building communities to share your knowledge. I can see that you will build many different communities throughout your life. This natural talent and gift for sharing information in an enthusiastic way is very influential, and you have the skill for building communities with ease. This is also the best way for you to create wealth. You would also make a fantastic property developer. Interesting. Property developer. I think I'd make a better estate agent personally. I do love interior. I do love projects and stuff like that, but I feel like a property developer is quite a stressful role. I feel like I'm very happy with the role that I do have with my online business, definitely. But interesting, what role would suit my human design? This is the best one. Me and Faye were laughing about this. So Faye knew nothing about me. Obviously, she knew about my profiles and my work from a public perspective. But she obviously did not know all these personal things or anything like that. So this is where it gets so creepy and so accurate. And I was like, Faye, it's like you're in my head. And I remember messaging her like, Faye, like this is so accurate. Like I can't even tell you. Like it's like you're in my head. Like what the F? How have you got all this information? So it just proves how accurate human design really can be. So your human design chart tells me that planning and finding bargains or the best deal is something you are great at and can really help others with. And then she put, this made me chuckle when I saw this in your chart. So for anybody who doesn't know, for 6 years previous to running this business, so 2012 to 2018, that is 6 years, isn't it? Yeah. I ran my Extreme Couponing and Deals UK business, what I was known as Coupon Queen, and it was literally my job to find bargains, deals, and coupons for myself and for people. So the fact this is in my chart is hilarious. And I still love finding discounts, coupons, freebies. Oh my gosh, I still get excited now. So it's really interesting that many people would probably look at that previous job or business and be like, Emma, do you really feel like that was your purpose? Yes, of course I do. I always said I feel like it was my purpose for that season in my life. But it's so freaking interesting that not only was it my purpose, it is quite literally in my your purpose human design chart to find deals and bargains for people. Like I literally can't even believe that is in there. So how freaky is that it is literally in my chart that I was going to do that. Your life will be hardest pre-30s. Yep. After which you will have a huge healing journey and life will be much, in capitals, easier. Psychics have definitely said this to me as well. They were like, your 20s were always going to be like these huge transformational years for you. Obviously leading up to Saturn return. I would hope and like to think the biggest healing is out the way. Now I've done hurt, healing, healed and huge trauma work, like huge trauma work over the last few years. So I would like to believe that that's, you know, the large majority of that. Obviously healing is an ongoing, continuous journey. So that's not to say things won't come up. Of course they will for the rest of my life and all of our lives. But I'm here for the much easier part now. I'm here for that. I'm claiming that definitely. Okay, so about you. Emma, I can see you are open-minded regarding most things and are likely to have friends and clients from all walks of life. Absolutely, always said that. And I remember a psychic telling me when I was 18, I was going to have friends from all around the world and be so connected to people from all different walks of life. So definitely I agree with that. You tend to worry about other people's problems, desperately trying to figure out ways to fix them or make sense of other people's thoughts and opinions, and spend a lot of mental energy on this, which can be exhausting. Definitely. Acknowledge and notice when you do this before spending too much time worrying about things that aren't yours. I think I'm always someone who's like, if I can help take someone's pain away, like I will. I think that's why I'm a coach at the end of the day, because I want to help people. I want to help them to feel good. I want to help them to live their best life and move through any like pain or trauma or challenges. So I think that is naturally just like me. But yes, definitely I need to sometimes be like, it's not your problem, Emma. Like you can support, you can help, but you don't need to fix the problem for them. Definitely. I think that comes of age and like maturity and boundaries as well, though. Definitely. Okay, you are literally designed in capitals to trust the universe. And when you do, you are completely set up to receive abundance. You just have to let go and trust. Story of my freaking life. Like, I always joke that I feel like my biggest lesson in life has been letting go and surrendering, hence why it's a step in my 5-step law of attraction process. I feel like it has been the biggest challenge of my life. I feel like it's the one thing I've had to like relearn and repractice time and time again. I just feel like that is so accurate and true. And I definitely think if there was like, obviously I'm only, I'm turning 30 this year, but like, if there was one thing over the 30 years of my life that I think I've had to learn, it is letting go and trusting 100%. And when I do, it really does pay dividends. Like things always happen way better than I imagined, and way easier than I imagined as well. But as we know, letting go and surrendering is a process, definitely. So about you, you crave new experiences and adventures. You are eager to explore, adapt and enjoy new things and challenges. You are usually more interested in finding new challenges than repeating experiences. Agree with that. If you can stay objective, sharing your experiences can actually impact those around you and transform lives. Definitely, and you know, I always share my experiences in life. So learning new things and seeing new places isn't just good for you, it's good for those around you too. Living life to the fullest is how you are designed to live. I'm here for that. Claiming that, definitely. You have a natural talent, but it must be practiced over and over again to turn this into mastery. This could be something like artistic, like writing, speaking, or teaching. Bit like what I do now, guys. This was hilarious. Like, I sent Faye a voice note with a screenshot of my computer. So she said, I don't know if you're into poetry, Emma, but it keeps coming up in your human design. Maybe something to consider if you don't already write poems. I sent Faye a screenshot because literally a few weeks ago, I was like, I want to start poetry. I want to write poetry. So I sent her this screenshot of a website of like 11 ways you can start writing poetry. And I was like, I've had this tab on my computer for weeks and I literally want to start writing poetry just for me, primarily, just for fun, just to try a new skill. But the fact that that was in there freaked me out. I was like, I literally want to start poetry, Faye. Like, this is creepy. Like, this is creepy. So this is how accurate it's getting. You can also fixate on small details or things that don't really matter. Hello, Virgo self. Again, acknowledge and notice when you do this so you can call it out. Definitely do. An advantage to this is that you do have a great eye for all details. Absolutely, everyone always says that about me. I can see that when you aren't in alignment, self-doubt and negative self-talk can become a regular feature in your daily life. I agree with that. Again, I think more so previously, but it's definitely still there every now and again. Of course it is, we're only human, but yeah, I would say so. This is something that you will work on and learn to do less as you go through life. Absolutely, I can see that already. This can also spring up when you are tired and haven't had enough alone time to rest, which is very important for you. Absolutely. Because of your energy type, you are most prone to burnout, so you must look after yourself and get the rest and alone time you crave. So true. Like, literally, like, I feel like I get into alignment, I get really focused on work and I'm burnt out already. So like, I have had to prioritize so much rest over the last few years and so much like more space in my year and space in my offerings and space in my schedule, because like, it's wild. I'll be fine and then I'll be like, oh my God, I need to like rest for like 2 weeks and do nothing. So all of this is so true. Like, I can't say any of this bit so far is not true. When it comes to business, you have the ability to understand people deeply and often just know things. 100%. I'm also I'm sure it's claircognizant. So that's the like intuitive style where you just know stuff. And it is true. I would just know stuff about people, or I'll just know stuff. And they're like, how do you know that? I'm like, I don't know. It just popped into my head. So 100% that's true. You also like to seek facts, truth, and enjoy researching things you are passionate about. Definitely. Not too much, but definitely. When you have something new, you just have to find a way of sharing it with the world. Yes and no. I think I definitely do keep things for myself, 100%. But I think it's a natural byproduct of what I do, that if I do learn something or I do read something or whatever, like, of course I'm going to share that with you all. So I think yes, in part that is true. Okay, business. You have the ability and natural gift to create breakthroughs and transformation in yourself and others. I'm going to say that's true, but I think with obviously what I do for work, like, of course that's true, definitely. So that's lovely that that's in there as well. You need structure and routine and do not like being pressured by timescales or being out of sync. Oh my gosh. I literally say to my publishers, do not give me time frames. Not because I can't stick to a schedule. I'm a Virgo. I'm going to over deliver way before the deadline, of course. But like, I just feel like it really like restricts my creativity. If I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, I've only got a week to get this manuscript in, I freeze up creative wise. So especially writing, I need the flexibility, which is not always possible when you have a book publisher. So I'm learning to navigate that more, but definitely I do not like being pressured by timescales when it comes to creativity. Although sometimes you need a little pressure to get stuff done. Absolutely agree with that as well. You must have good boundaries in place when it comes to serving others. You are here to be of service and guide and direct others, but you must ensure you get enough rest and alone time to probably fill your cup before trying to serve others. So true, but I think all of us, like anybody who has that, is going to feel a little bit guilty as well, because like, I love helping other people. people. I always want to help people. I always want to answer your questions. I always want to give you the best information. But then you do kind of feel guilty sometimes where you're like, oh, I've just got to take some time for rest. I've got to prioritize myself. I've got to book out my schedule that week. So it's something I absolutely do and implement. But I do feel guilty sometimes as well when I'm like, not that I don't, like I have time for myself and I, religiously do that as a self-care practice. But continued time, like over a prolonged time, I'm like, but I could be helping people. And my body's like, no, rest, which is exactly why I'm ill right now. Okay, ambition. You have some serious ambition. Hell yes, definitely. You are very driven to be the best and do well in life. You have serious endurance that helps you achieve your goals and chase your dreams. 100% agree with that. People around you are often in awe of how hard you work and how much you achieve. Definitely. Everybody in my life's like, how do you do it? How do you do so much, Emma? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. You want to win, but something so special about you is that you would generally want everyone in your community to win too and love cheering people on. Absolutely true. Like that is so accurate. Like when I got into my book publishers, my friends were like, can you, introduce me? I was like, yes. And 2 of my best friends are now published with my book publisher. Same when I got published with my next publisher. Immediately I was like, right, pitch your book. Come on. Like I'm always someone who's like, I build everyone up with me. I'm not like someone who's like, oh no, I won't introduce you to this person or I won't do that because what's the point? I've already got that thing. Like, it's not going to take anything away from me to support and hold others. I've recommended my own author clients to my publishers and they've had incredible meetings with my publisher. So for me, it's always like, if I can help someone with my contacts, right? And someone I know said to me, you're such a connector in your astrology as well. Like you literally connect people. And that is what I do, where I'm like, why would I not uplift and support other people when like it's not going to take anything away from me or my achievements or experiences to do so, So 100% that's true. I always want everybody to win and I believe in building everybody up and cheerleading everybody because there is enough room for everybody. There is enough opportunities, enough abundance, enough everything, right? Relationships. This is the interesting one. In relationships, trust is the most important thing to you. Definitely, I would say so. You expect to be treated like a queen and expect romance. Definitely, but my boyfriend is my king too. I treat my partners like a king and yeah, I would love to be treated like a queen too, but it's equal. It's equal, definitely. You are someone who enjoys the finer things in life and want a partner who enjoys the finer things too. I sent this to my boyfriend and I was like, lol. And I was like, what do you think of all of the relationship section? And I do agree with that, but I don't expect them to pay for that. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I do enjoy nice things. I wouldn't say finer things. I enjoy nice things in life. But I would never expect someone to pay for that for me or expect them to match that. Like, I would just do it for us both because I want to do that, So I think that's partially true. Touch is very important to you. So your partner will need to be a touchy person. Not always. I think Virgos are very much like when it comes to touch anyway. But I think it's not my top love language. I think it's my 3rd love language. So yes, obviously I do like it. But I wouldn't say that's a top love language for me. Definitely not. Variety is super important in all areas, including the bedroom. And you love new experiences and adventures. Definitely. All forms of adventures, definitely. I can see from your human design chart, this is the best bit, that you do like to get your own way and can be a little moody if you don't. We laughed about this so much. If any of my exes were watching this, they'd be like 100%. And I can hold my hands up and be like, past self, yes, so true. Now I think I've healed a lot of that. And I don't even think it was that bad, to be honest. I think it was just a lack of self-worth, really. But like, I don't think it was ever bad. I think it was just like, I was just knew what I wanted, I never saw it as a negative, but I know from my past self that I'm definitely not like that now. Like, if my boyfriend doesn't want to do something, I'm like, no problem. I'll do it with my friends. I'll do it with my family. Like, I'll do it with my peers. Like, I would never be like, but we're doing it, or like be moody. I'll be like, no problem. Like, I'll do that with someone else. Like, we'll do something. The only time that exception comes in is food. He will tell you I do get hangry, and I do get hangry. Only when I'm on my period though. I feel like time of the month is where the hanger life is real. So I think there's yes and no to that, if I'm honest, but now I'm super flexible and I'm so much more easygoing, and I will just do that thing by myself or do that thing with someone else. Like, I would never be like, we have to do it. Like, no, I pass self. Pass self on that one. I can also see time alone is very important, so your partner needs to be understanding that, definitely. And I can also see if that someone breaks your trust, that's it, there's no going back. It's a very Virgo thing that I think all my Virgos could agree with that one too, definitely. I can also see that you're a perfectionist and have high standards for yourself and partners around you. High expectations for self, definitely something I'm continually unpacking and unlearning. I don't think I do have high expectations of others. I think, again, past self, shadow self, wounded self, yes. But I feel like now, no, I think it's just the expectations of myself would be the highest, if I'm being honest with that. I love this bit. So basically, you want the perfect romantic partner who lets you have your way, likes the finer things in life and wants to have fun. Obviously, having fun is important, but I don't think those things are like the important things to me. I feel like past self, yes. I feel like now, my boyfriend is the perfect romantic partner, so that is perfection to me. I don't need to get my own way all the time, definitely not. And the finer things in life, I just like nice things, but I don't expect my partner to do that too, like that's something I like. You are someone who draws inspiration from the world around you, so if you're ever lacking in inspiration, take your laptop to a coffee shop or get out in nature. Definitely, I'm such a nature, obviously earth sign, Virgo, love nature. So after that, Faye puts in loads of top tips and tools, because this video is super long anyway, so I don't want to like drag this out any longer than I need to. Sorry guys. But after that, Faye puts a couple of pages of like tips, how to best use your human design and like top tips. So again, really useful stuff to implement and embody all of this. Then the last page reads your ambition, community building skills, genuine love for people and natural ability to influence those around you with your gorgeous enthusiasm makes you a very unique and special person. So that's how she's wrapped it up. But I loved that. So interesting and so intriguing to learn all about this, and I hope it's been fun for you to learn a little bit about me and apparently how I am in relationships. We did have a really good laugh at that one. That was hilarious. But like I said, I feel like all these things, yes, some things resonate, some things don't, some things definitely resonate with past self, wounded self, 100%. But it's just like with astrology, it's like with numerology, like take what resonates. Some things will be super accurate, but I feel like a lot of that is so accurate. It's really scary how accurate most of that is. So a big thank you to Faye for doing that for me. I super appreciate it. It's been so much fun learning about this and learning about human design. We will definitely have to do it in the membership over 2023 because I'd love to explore it some more. But let me know what your human design is. Have you had your chart read before? Do you know what your like best sense is, your manifesting superpower? I also learned through my human design little graphy body thing, whatever you call it, there's the image, that I am a specific manifester as well. So being specific with manifesting really helps me, which I do agree with, definitely, but I think I do need to let go and trust as well and be more open-minded. So that was really interesting to learn from my human design as well, of how I manifest things. But I hope you've really enjoyed this. Obviously, I'll pop Faye's details below. I'll also put a link below to where you can get your free chart from as well, if you want to have a look at the little image of like your human design and where it is on your body. But yes, I've really enjoyed doing this, and I hope you have enjoyed learning a little bit more about human design and what that looks like for me. But thank you so much, gorgeous souls, for watching. I appreciate all your views and likes. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, because I would love to see you again soon. Don't forget to leave me a comment in the comments box down below, because I reply to them all. And don't forget, you can also join my free Law of Attraction support group over on Facebook, where you can join myself and other like-minded souls, where we talk all things Law of Attraction and spirituality. I hope you have a fantastic week, whatever you are up to in between Christmas and New Year, and I will see you all in my next video, which will be on Friday, which you do not want to miss. It is an end of year manifesting ritual, so you don't want to miss it. Anyway, lots of love, and I will see you soon.